top of the 2020 Archery Shooters Association Tour brought more than 900 archers to the St. Bernard Abbey in Cullman, Alabama, July 30th through August 2nd for the Elite and Black Eagle Pro-Am. The Abbey's 900-acre campus is a mix of history, religion, and natural beauty since the property has been in use by Catholic monks since the late 1800s. Archers competing on the ranges through the weekend were regularly serenaded by ringing bells from the Abbey Church's belfry. Cullman, Alabama in late July is a steamy place. The air was thick every day and the temperature was high whether the sun was shining or not. ASA President Mike Tyrell and his team once again adopted a host of health security measures, including daily temperature checks for everyone coming on site, requiring masks inside indoor facilities, and allowing flexibility in shooting days and times to spread archers out over the course of the weekend. Shooting started Thursday with a return by popular demand of the Zebra Bowstrings Team Shoot, which allows amateurs to shoot on teams with some of the best pros in the game. Tim Gillingham, Michael Braden, Kaylee Johnston, Sharon Wallace, Shane Bragg, Danny Evans, and on and on.
Oh boy, that rhymes.
The shoot does pay out cash rewards to the winners, but the real prize is the opportunity for amateurs and pros to rub elbows, shoot their bows, and get to know one another. On Friday, everyone knew a severe thunderstorm was headed toward the Abbey. Not long after the pros started their first scoring round, it hit. Thunder, lightning, heavy rain, and wind. This storm had it all and forced all the archers to scramble for their vehicles or the nearest buildings. The delay lasted more than an hour, but the storm did pass and shooting resumed.
Let's just play a guessing game, guys. Really? Hell yeah.
Unfortunately for the archers, the clouds stayed behind, and in the thick pine forests of St. Bernard's campus, conditions were extremely dark. They were especially dark on the Open Pro and Senior Pro range, since that course was freshly cut just days before the tournament began. It's possible no one had walked that ground in more than 100 years. A fresh-cut course in a pine forest like that means narrow, dark shooting tunnels, and the average shot distance was closer to 50 yards than it was to 20.
A 30-yard target, Warthog. That was it. Everything else was 40 plus.
By all accounts, that course was a PhD-level test of an archer's ability to judge distance, find an aiming spot, aim at it, and execute a shot with poor visibility. Saturday morning dawned bright and sunny, which created harsh conditions for the women's pro and known pro archers who had to shoot directly toward the rising sun. It's like trying to shoot while someone is shining a spotlight in your face, one of the pros remarked. Among all the experienced women's pros, only Kaylee Johnston, Emily McCarthy, and Sharon Wallace managed to post scores on the plus side of 400. Meanwhile, in the known pro field, a fleet of young upstarts ran away from accomplished veterans. At age 27, Robert Householder was the old man among the group of leaders that also included 2 teens and 2 20s in Brady Hempen, Jace Bowles, Curtis Broadnax, and Derek Ballingy. The pro pressure point shootdowns were held on a manicured soccer pitch under a beautiful blue sky pockmarked by billowy white clouds. A huge turnout of spectators got to see Kaylee Johnston take her second win in a row in women's pro.
Just tried to play my game, just be smart about how I played it this weekend, and it worked out really well for me, so I'm pretty pleased overall.
Right there's a look at the best ever to play the unknown game, in my opinion.
Levi Morgan continued through the finals, the dominance he showed all weekend to take his second ASA win in a row.
I feel like I'm shooting maybe the best I've ever shot right now, so I don't know how long that'll last. I'm going to hold on for dear life.
Kevin Cook notched his first ASA win in the Senior Pro division.
Oh, it's cool as heck. The only thing I wish is I could call my dad on the way home. He passed away 4 years ago. And I guess I'll call my mom. He always relayed what I did. So.
While last year's known pro shooter of the year, Robert Householder, took his first win of the season as well.
I've never pulled my bow so hard other than those 5, 6 targets right there. I felt like I was going to break my bow.
A thin field of amateurs took to the ranges Sunday to finish out their second rounds, since most chose to wrap things up Saturday. Many shot excellent scores that landed them on the podium. Others felt the Cullman heat to its full effect. No doubt one of the incredible stories from the last day was crossbow 45 competitor Jason Wilkins, finishing an unbelievable second round that left him at 60 up for the weekend, 30 12s, 0 8s. The ASA Tour winds down in a couple of weeks with the Easton Delta McKenzie ASA Classic scheduled for August 27 to 30 in Foley, Alabama, where Shooter of the Year titles will be handed out in all divisions. We'll see you then.